Well, hello everyone out there in TV land or internet land, whatever you want to call it. Welcome to season 10 of eSeniors GT3 World Championships, the league that is made up of over 50-year-old drivers. Remember that simulation racing is a sport, so that makes us athletes, very poorly paid athletes, but we are athletes nonetheless. So welcome to season 10. And this is Porsche Cup today from Barcelona, or how they say it over the pond, Barcelona. And yes, we are into a new season of Porsche Cup. When we go to the track in a minute or two, you will notice there's only 4 guys driving today. Only 4. Only 8 people signed up this year. Come on, guys. Porsche Cup is a fun car. If you want to try sharpening your skills, Porsche Cup is the way to do it. I wish I could race in it, but I have committed to streaming. The guys that you'll see on the track today are committed to racing this special car, and they are happy to just race 2 people if they have to. So you'll see in a minute, the usual suspects are out there. But yeah, those guys that are listening, or we'll have to start drumming up interest. Willie, you're on the stream. Please tell me if the sound is good. I know I don't have the game sound on in the background yet. I'll do that in a second. Make sure you tell me, but I'm hoping that my voice is good. We're going to be getting into qualification in about 2 or 3 minutes. So Barcelona is our first track of the year. Very technical track, so it's going to be interesting to see how that is going to shake out for the Porsche Cup. I know practicing with the GT3 is challenging. It's hard to get really fast times. And anyway, this is some fun track to race on. Yeah, getting back to getting some people involved in this type of car. All good. Thank you very much, Willie. Yeah, we got to get some more people involved in this. It's so much fun it is fun to drive. I have driven it in the past. And somebody was saying on the stream, any new drivers should have as an initiation, they have to drive in the Porsche Cup. That'd be funny. But maybe we'll get a discussion going on the server or on Discord about what to do about that. I'm just getting a message here from Richard. That's okay. Had a little bit of problem yesterday. Those of you who are on stream or listening that you couldn't get in during practice yesterday or racing, they were locked out mid-session. That might have been a setting that was on the Barcelona track only. So our favorite administrator, Richard McKay, has looked into that and has taken that flag off. He looks like all the other tracks are okay. So you should be able to join mid sessions from now on in your practice sessions. I know I had trouble with that last night. So, Krister is not here today. He'll be definitely racing Porsche Cup. He loves it too. He is off on holidays for a few days, so he'll be missing today, and he'll be missing Saturday's stream. So I'll announce here that I'm racing in that, but right after the race, after I have some sustenance, it's lunchtime for me. I jump right on the broadcast, and I will do a replay broadcast of that GT3 race tomorrow. And on Monday, I usually race the... Monday I'm golfing, so no, I won't be able to do the race part, but I will definitely do a midfield madness of the replay if somebody sends it to me. Yes, I'll be golfing. Actually, a very famous golf course here in Phoenix, True North. So I believe that we're going to be getting underway very soon. So let me flip over to the track. Just set everything up here. And that's good. And here we go. There is the track. Somebody out there. Yes. So we'll have to see how. Make sure the audio's good. Looking good. All right, so make sure I've got everything looking fine. I don't like what I've got in the tower. Yeah, the tower should be okay. So yeah, really, if the racing. Let me jump into cockpit here for a second. Make sure that's not too loud. Oh, we like that loud talk. Maybe knock it down just slightly. There we go. Yeah, yeah. So I love that sound of those engines. Who are we on board with here? We are on board with Mr. Murray, who is out first. Derek, as usual. Derek is out first. Let's just change cameras here. Find the right camera. He's coming around the last chicane of his outlap. So he should be setting a time. He'll be setting the standard today. Yes, for a second there, Sylvain was a little bit late. Sylvain Desada was a little bit late joining. We thought we were going to have a podium start. 1, 2, 3 only, and there would be nobody left out, so we could just interview everybody at the end. So that's going to be funny. Sound level's good. Picture quality good. Thank you very much. We're all on our own here, I think, Willie. Let me see if there's anybody else listening. 4 watching now. Oh, 4. Have we got some creepers? I call people who go online and don't announce themselves or don't participate creepers. So those other 2 guys, because I think I am maybe one of those people watching. Say hello. Tell us who you are. Okay, anyway, there is Mr. Derek Bird. So we got the usual suspects out here today. Derek Bird, Thomas Rainier, Brian Murray, and Sylvain Dessart. So we've got a few countries represented. Derek is from Northern Ireland. No, Brian's from Northern Ireland. Derek, I believe, is from England. Yeah, he says England on his notch there. So where is he in his lap? He's coming up to that last corner before the chicane. Let's look at look at those names and the turns. Those are those are tough to pronounce. Bank Sabadell. And this is coming up to Europe Car. That's interesting. Oh, no, that's a funny name. Chicane RACC. This is the last chicane before the nice corner. That's New Holland. This is the corner. Here he comes. Set the fastest lap. Here we go. Boom. 147. That's pretty good, actually. I was watching some of the quali practice there. It's not a bad time. Who's next? 7:27. Sylvain Dessart is next. Here he comes through the chicane. See what kind of time he's going to put up there. Hello, Mr. Odette. How are you? There's Sylvain, 148.9. Ooh. Oh, Brian Murray put up a 147, a flat almost. And last but not least, where is Thomas? He went through there already. So Thomas put in 148.8. So there, the tower looks like it is the tower correct? Well, I got the wrong thing here on the tower. I want to put the delta to the... No. That's the delta to their person. That last column is a delta to their best time. So we'll leave that one up there. Let's see, session best relative. Almost that. Oop, that's not the one I want to change. That's the one I wanted to change. And this one I want to put. Nope, that's not it either. I keep hitting the wrong buttons here. There, that's what I want. All right, so we got deltas to their best. Like Sylvain's putting in a good lap there. He's 1.9 behind. He's got a 1.3 going. So those are deltas to the first column is how far behind they are in their best time, and then the other column is the delta to their best time, the driver's best time. So who we got here? Brian is putting up a better time than he was, but Sylvain's got a great time going. That'll bring him into 3rd place probably. I'll just sit on Sylvain there for a second. Find out which TV camera looks best here. Here he comes. I'll put him into 2nd. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But Derek has got a good time going too. Where is he in his lap? He's just starting. And who was that just got a finished lap? That was Thomas. All right, so who's got a good lap going here? Derek. Let's stick with Derek. Yeah, Jeff, thanks for the note last week about whether I had my throttle outputting 100%. That was nice of you. And yeah, I was. I think I discovered something on the stream actually shows a little bit what your dead zone is set at. It looks like the last little piece of my throttle was a little bit paler green than normal, but I have a dead zone at the top end of my settings for my steering wheel. Derek still got a good time, 0.3. That should get him second place. He's even getting better. He's coming into the last portion of the track. Here we go, coming around the chicane. Boom. That's a nice picture of the chicane. And here he comes, getting all the track, using all that track. Here he comes. Oh yeah, won't get podium, but he'll get second off of Sylvain Dessard. With only 4 guys today, probably won't be any too many. And these guys are all great Porsche Cup drivers. I don't think we'll get too many incidents, mistakes, maybe a little here and there, but I don't think we'll get any spin-offs or anything like that. All right, let's follow somebody else. So we got Derek. It's enough of Derek. Oh, Brian. Let's go to Brian. Brian's early in his lap. That's a little too soon. Let's see, who have we not watched? Thomas we haven't really watched. He's just starting his lap. It's an interesting TV shot, isn't it? I like that one. So it's just TV1 is the name of this camera. Yeah, I kind of like this one. Let's see what TV2 looks like. It's kind of the normal one that shows the long approaches. Every setting for the TV cameras are different on each track. Must be an ACC thing. Looks like TV2 is kind of a long view of the cars. It might be fun to watch that one when there's some passing going on. Let's hope we have a close race today. Otherwise it can get a little bit tedious. And I'll have to chat away about something or other. I'm not sure what I'll chat about. Oh, there's a little wiggle there. I'm not even watching what's going on in the gaps there. Nobody's got a good time going yet. We got 6 minutes left in quali. Oh, there goes the styrofoam. That's exciting. You better know which one of those berries is styrofoam and which ones are not solid if you're going to do that. Way to go, Thomas. He has got a 146 flat. He's not improving. Oh, he's improving slightly. Might improve a little bit. Got a half a second lead over Derek. Brian is such a great driver. Glad to have him in eSeniors. He joined a couple of seasons ago. Oh, went into the pits. Practicing his pit stop. Derek's got a little bit of an lap going. He is never happy unless he gets on top. I've got my cleaning ladies have come into the house today. They'll be listening to me. Go with Derek. Let's see if you can put a better lap in. How are you doing halfway through his lap? Sylvain's still trying to improve. He's out there still. I think he's on an out lap. Sylvain often goes back into the pits and tries to get a little change of setting. I don't know how much time Sylvain's had to practice the Porsche Cup. A lot of guys don't put too much time. Not a lot of setup you can do. Derek's lost a little bit of his best lap. It's like Murray and Rainier just sitting in the pits, regaining their composure. Taking some deep breaths before the 40-minute race today. Whoa, Derek's a little bit. So there's going to be some action here. There's some close racing. There are mistakes to be made here. So that mistake cost him a half a second on his time. Let's see if he stays out. Let's go jump on with Sylvain. He's coming through the chicane. I think this is an outlap for him, though. Soleil, I'm sure, would like to be on that front row. Another issue here is there's a lot of spots where you can get track cuts. Given that I have done a few, I can point them out, I think. There's one right here coming up. If you go too wide here, you get a track cut. And so that is... Whoa, little slide there. He's pushing it hard. Oh, he's just sliding around those corners. Playing drift car here a bit. Yeah, we thought of moving it from Monday, but actually Monday was actually the best days for people's participation. We've had a number of different races on different days of the week, and Monday was always the one that had the best participation. It's more the Porsche Cup, I think, that people don't want to attempt taking on. But we're committed to this race, I think. It's such an interesting, a lot of Porsche Cup car racing in the world. So like just not improving too much. He's got a long way to go before second place. He's got like a 0.4 he needs to get done. Just wiggling along there. Who else is out there? Derek's still out there. He's looking for a podium, I'm sure. And I'm sure Brian is sitting there watching him in the pits, probably in his cockpit, so he can get some pointers. Derek is just starting his lap, and he's flat on his current time of 1:47.89. So he is still a half a second behind Ryan Murray. He's improving a little bit. Tires are coming in. He's been out there for the whole qualification. Now, guys were nervous about their tires hanging in there for the whole segment of their race. Oh, Derek's got a good time going here. He's got a long way to go yet, so there's more room for some improvement. Going around Campsa and La Quixa. I'm not sure how to pronounce that X in Spanish. It's probably got some sort of pronunciation that I don't know. Coming around Sabadell. Still improving a little bit. Soleil lost his lap. There's a spot here you can try to improve. Take it hard. Here he comes around the last chicane. Just not improving. He's going to try one. He's got time for... Ooh, went right off. I think he's going to give up there now. Yeah. Let's see where Sylvain is. Is Sylvain going to keep... He is just sliding around those corners. He's pushing it pretty hard. Yeah, he's pushing it pretty hard. He's testing the limits of that car, I think. So, Willie, you think the old Porsche Cup car was easier to drive? I haven't tried it since the new session came out. Right, so there we go. There is our podium. I'll leave it on this screen, I think, just for fun. Oh, maybe I'll put up Brian or Krister's graphic here. It's such a nice graphic. He does a great job of these graphics. If you didn't know, Krister is our boy for doing graphics. He always changes it every season. He supplies them to me so I can make the whole experience look similar. Well, maybe we can talk about our sponsors. Same sponsors as previously. Castle and Cauldron from Mr. Stephen Buckley. And now Stephen says he's not going to be racing this year, but he's going to sponsor us for the whole season. We hope to see him back sometime. So Cassim Crowder and his wife produces event. I was going to say the word trinkets, but event setups, flowers, arrangements, all sorts of different event paraphernalia. And Stephen has a little lathe. He's got a new one I think I saw on his Facebook page. And he produces magic wands. So if you have grandchildren or kids that are into Harry Potter or just into magic in general, give him a call and he'll supply you with a magic wand. Sim3D, makers of some fine simulation equipment. And Syndeo, Canadian-based voice over internet protocol experts, as well as other communication consultants. So there you go. Here's our sponsors. We thank them very much. I am not sure. I'm going to sneak back over to the hang on for a second here. There we go. Sneak back over onto the screen. We're going to be starting the warm-up lap. I'm not sure what we have set up here yet. Whether we have a long warm-up or a short warm-up. We'll see in a second if we do the single file thing. Yeah, we changed the camera. That's not a very good picture, is it? How about that one? Maybe we'll do helicam for the start. So yes, our podium is pole sitter Brian Murphy. Extra point for him today. Derek Bird in second, and that looked like I was backwards there. Derek Bird in the blue car is in second. Sylvain Dessard third in that yellow car, and Thomas Rainier in the Martini livery. All right, we'll just bide our time here, and I will change the tower, of course. We will put up there, put gaps. And at first, I will put position delta. And I'm not going to forget to put our pit stops. There's a pit stop today. 40-minute race, one pit stop. And just sit around here waiting until things start. Maybe we get at some different views here. I'll wait for the starting grid. So Barcelona, beautiful town, beautiful city. Been there a couple of times. Once beginning a cruise. And there we go. And we're going to start. Looks like we're going to be starting single file. Sylvain just took off after that starting spot. Warm up his tires, spun them a little bit. Who have I got here? Let's put Brian Murray out there, Mr. Pole Sitter. Again, one extra point. Brand new season, I believe. I don't have a graphic for it, but I believe we've got. I have time to look. Let's see what our lineup for. Let's see what our lineup for this year is. Racing schedule. So yeah, we have got. Oh, it didn't update the schedule on the Facebook page yet. You can go on to Discord here and look at it, so it can give me something to talk about. Find it on Discord here. So yes, anybody listening that's not been here, Discord is our main method of communication. All you gotta do is find the right channel, which I haven't found yet. There we go, season 10. So yes, season 10, short one, just because we want to finish it off before Christmas. Barcelona is the first one. Spa is number 2. Silverstone, always a favorite, number 3. Fourth will be Imola and Nürburgring, a different one for a change. We have committed to doing some endurance races. If you didn't see that, there's going to be an endurance race during the break. I will not be here, and I don't think I'm going to be at a place where I can stream it either, but certainly be following that one. That endurance race was a lot of fun. So that is our season 10. People kind of like the short races, I think. All right, we're getting close to action here. Get back into the YouTube channel, see if anybody's got some. Yeah, we raced together quite a bit. It was a lot of fun. We got to get you back. All right, so they're setting up here on the grid, side by side. So who is going to make it happen? We're at the Helicam. That's a good spot to look. Let's see what kind of start we're going to get. There's only 4 of them. Come on now. Nice clean start. Everybody's warming up their brakes. I'm sure we'll get some side-by-side action here. Now they're getting up to the 70-kilometer-hour race start. Those of you who don't race with us, it is a limit of 70 kilometers an hour until you get to the starting line. So they're down to the 70 miles now, and you got to stay far apart by the game. And here we go. That is the start-finish line right there. Boom! We're racing. Looks like everybody's staying pretty much in their starting spots. See what happens here. Sylvain is in 3rd, but Bird hasn't come across yet. Here we go, side by side. Sylvain's trying to take the inside. Bird was very respectful, possibly too much. Oh, Sylvain took a little bit deep. Came off. Sylvain was sliding during qualification there. So that cost him a little bit there. He tried to get on the inside of Derek. Now we've got Derek and Thomas coming back together. Again, first lap, cold tires and Porsche Cup, not a good combination. There we go. Somebody suggested having this, is that Robert? Oh, hello, Robert. Nice to see you join. Having it before the GT3 race. Have you ever raced the Porsche Cup for 40 minutes? I don't think you could deal with it. We changed it to 40 minutes, by the way, because the guys who race it regularly are saying 50 minutes is a long time to keep your concentration on with this car. So there we go. Mr. Murray has a 2-second lead already over Derek Bird, but that won't last, I'm sure. And Derek is holding up this big pack here. He's holding up the pack of 2 other cars. So Murray's pulling away a little bit first off here, but I'm sure Derek will find his game soon. All 4 of these drivers are great Porsche Cup drivers. Yeah, all these guys do race in GT3 also. Just to see Murray here. There's Murray. I'm going to do on his wing and see what he can see from behind. See, look at that. Those guys are way behind. We get on with Derek here and look at what he's looking at. There is the leader. There's Thomas. We're starting to get a little bit of gaps for everybody. There's Sylvain on Thomas. He did qualify ahead of Thomas, so he's going to try and get back into it. I have a feeling we are going to have some interesting action here. Come on there, Sylvain, keep it together. We don't want guys to get too far ahead here. So the only guys who changed position here were Sylvain and Thomas. Those of you who don't know, it's Sylvain Dessart is this individual's name from Belgium. He usually puts in his name in the opposite way. So that's why I called him Sylvain, even though you see everybody else's second name up there. Actually, you see them both, I guess. Sylvain's trying real hard. Let's see what kind of a gap. Oh, Brian had a couple of seconds there on. He's gaining. He's pulling out a little bit more and more every lap. We can put some best times up there. I will put I never did a starting grid, did I? Let's just look at everybody's liveries. There's Mr. Sylvain Dessart's livery. This is Thomas Rainier, same livery as last year, the Martini Racing livery. There is Derek in his usual blue. He's got all the sponsors on the side panel there, you'll notice. And Mr. Brian Murray has a fairly, I think that's a standard ACC livery. Nice black car, however. All right, so let's go back to a TV camera here. Brian is pulling out more and more. Very interesting. Whereas Sylvain is getting close here. He is still closing in on Thomas. So these three guys in the back are staying in touch with each other. I'm looking at times. Sylvain still, I'll show you a time here. Those are comparisons. Sylvain, Thomas still has a better time than Sylvain's best. I believe, oh sorry, that's last laps, I believe. We're looking at the screen now. We'll see if they update. I'll leave it there. They go through the start-finish line. Who has got fastest? Brian Murray, obviously, because he's ahead. He's got the fastest lap of the race so far, 147.3. And Derek's got a 147.8, so he's got a half a second lead on his best lap. But, oh, look at that. Sylvain's really trying hard. He just skidded there a little bit. He hung it together, though. He didn't lose too much. But he is really sliding around those corners. He's like driving it like a drift car there. Yeah, he's staying in touch with Thomas. Looks like Bird's pulling away a little bit from Thomas. Since Thomas is getting harassed a little bit by Sylvain, so it might be affecting his driving style a little bit. But Sylvain's pushing that car hard. Let's go into Sylvain's cockpit. Just watch how look at that, he's just sawing off on that steering wheel. He's pushing his limit as far as he can. That's going to have an effect on his tires, I'm sure. But short race, you only need a 20-minute stint for those tires, because we do have a pit stop. So pit stops might be the issue today. Brian's got a 2.5 plus second lead, and he is actually a 3-second lead now. So he's just lapping here at this point, trying not to make a mistake. But he's definitely not, these guys are not out of touch with him. There goes Sylvain again, pushing around that corner. Really sawing off on his steering wheel. We'll go on to Thomas's in a second to see how he's doing. Since we got such a small field here, you guys on the stream, if you have a request for me doing something, just type it out and we'll see what I can do. Anything besides me singing a Frank Sinatra tune or something will be allowable. Let's just go on with Thomas and watch his steering inputs for a second. We'll do this for everybody. We'll do a follow a lap with everybody. But yeah, all you guys on the stream, you're watching it, so you should be in the cockpit with these cars. Let's get on board here and get some more people in this race. Remember when we 2 or 3 seasons ago, we had quite a big field. It was a lot of fun because we would have all sorts of incidents in terms of people spinning out. I was one of them. A lot of people just had a goal of having a full race without seeing gravel. Well, Thomas is a lot smoother, pretty smooth. Just biding his time. A little bit wiggly there, Thomas. See if Derek can make us a dent in its Brian's 3-second lead here over time. Sylvain's just trying hard to get in, but I noticed in this in the rear view mirror there. He blew it on that little corner. It went wide again. Pretty tough to pass on here if somebody doesn't make a mistake. None of these guys are making too many mistakes. But it's not that hard to make a mistake. There's Thomas coming through with Sylvain, staying in touch with him, giving us something to watch. Look at best times here. Sylvain still, he's put in a 148.1, whereas Thomas's best time is 147.9. Not a lot of difference there. Both of their last laps. Let me check that out here. 147.5. Yeah, so what shows on the screen are definitely their last laps. So you can compare their sectors for the last laps there on that graphic. Yeah, Sylvain definitely is on a full-on motion rig. He thinks that steering input's a little bit tougher than that might be an interesting point. Yeah, but Porsche Cup's just tough. Just a tough car to drive. So if he didn't have a lot of time to practice this week, Barcelona with these corners, high-speed corners, high downforce track. So if you push it, you're going to be driving a drift car for sure. So I'll stick with these guys. Well, you know what? I'm going to go, well, I'll watch this. We can always go back and do a replay, but I'm going to go into Mr. Murray's cockpit. Let's just see how smooth he is coming around this track. Here he's just starting his lap here, or a lap that we can watch. His lead's up to 3.8 seconds now, so Derek's hanging in there, was losing a little bit of time. Just show what Derek's got for last laps. Looks like he's in, look at that, he has two faster sectors there. Looks like Brian had a bad second sector. Or is that a fastest second sector? No, that is his fastest second sector is in purple, I think. So what do you guys think of the debacle there on F1 at Las Vegas? And did I hear correctly, they held a practice at midnight, second practice run at midnight last night. Holy crap, what weird times. I mean, for the drivers and teams, it doesn't matter. They're all over the place in time zones anyway, so they can adjust their dates. But can you imagine having paid whatever the people paid for Vegas and showing up and getting a practice one ticket only and or first day only and paying all that, and you got 2 minutes of racing. All right, so we're watching Brian here and watching his inputs. Very smooth, very smooth. He just nails his braking points and acceleration points every time, and not going away from his apexes at all. So very nicely done, and he's because of that pulling away from Derek a little more, about almost half a second every lap. Let's just jump on with Derek now. There's Derek. Derek is always working his car to the limit. 7 people watching now. I've heard from a few of them. There's a few still creeping there. Announce yourselves and say hello and talk to the rest of the guys. Let's just look. Sylvain is creeping up on Thomas Rainier. Let me see what the difference in lap times were here. Looks like yeah, he was flat out the same times. Their last lap was almost exactly the same time for both of them. And we're just starting mid-point of this lap. Let's just follow this one along. Let's just stay in here with Sylvain. Thomas is feeling the pressure big time. let's go to Helicam to see if he's going to make this stick. Side by side, going into Worth. Side by side, no contact. Let's go, guys. No contact. Beautiful racing. Avoided contact. Sylvain still giving it a go. Oh, look at that. He has got, I wonder if he's running a little bit less downforce. He's going to take another crack here. He's got the inside. I think he's going to make that one stick. Nice job. Oh, and Thomas hit on the throttle a little heavy there on the exit. Now, okay. Now, Thomas had some good times. We're back to the starting grid here, but Thomas has a better best lap. Well, not quite. Sylvain's best lap now is 1:47.93, which was his last lap. And Thomas's best is 1:47.95. So, there we go. Interesting. Let's see if Sylvain's going to pull away here. So far he is. Where are we at here time-wise? 25. We're 25 minutes to go. Approaching the halfway point. And so pit stops will start coming into it. Not that far apart in times, really, if somebody has a disastrous pit stop, sorry. Interesting pit stop here in that there's quite a sharp corner going into it, and a big, huge cement piling on the left-hand side. So if you go in a little hot, you're going to hit that cement piling before you get into the pit 50 kilometer-hour zone. So we'll have to watch out for that. If you hit that, that would be disastrous. So you have to be a little careful going in, a lot slower, and then you've got a little bit of a zone where you can speed up and then get back down to your 50 kilometer-hour speed limit. Sorry for you US guys, but I'm set my units up to kilometers per hour because that's what we do here in Canada, which means if you set your up miles per hour, they come out with kind of a funny numbers, aren't they? It's 70 kilometer-hour starting grid maximum speed for that last little sector, and then pit lane speed is 50 kilometers an hour. So we got back to our starting grid here. What can we put up on that screen? It's not quite as let's put nationalities up for a change on the tower, since everybody is in their starting position. There we go. Nationality flags. Again, Mr. Murray is from Northern Ireland, I believe, and Derek is from England. So the software that we use, Krista and I, is called ACCTV, and it for some reason does not recognize the individual flags from the United Kingdom. It puts up the United Kingdom Union Jack there. And Sylvain has got the black, yellow, and red flag of Belgium. And Thomas, Canada, his flag's not showing up for some reason. He's going to check that out after the race. I pointed that out to him. See Sylvain sliding a little bit again. He's just pushing that limit. I am sure he's running, what do you guys think? He must be running a little bit less downforce on his wing because he seems to be lacking grip a little bit there. Not an issue for traction control, of course, because there is no traction control on the Porsche Cup car, which was why it makes it so much fun to drive. So Brian's pulling out a little bit again. Not huge amounts of let's just do that. Let's Brian and Derek to see what kind of lap times they're doing. This last, he's pulling up like 2 or 3 tenths of a second per lap away from Derek, getting close to the halfway mark. Oh, there's some people in the pits. Yes, pit stops. Both Sylvain and Thomas are in the pits. Sylvain obviously went in first, and Thomas followed him. Well, we'll just follow along here to see how they do in terms of stopping. Let's just watch to see. Too bad the game doesn't show you the pit stop. I'm going to watch to see if it backs up a little bit. You can't tell when that does. I will do stop time. So we'll show on the tower their stop times there. Last stop length is what they're showing there. There goes Sylvain. Sylvain is off. And so he maintains his lead over Thomas. But Thomas had about a 4-second, I believe, gap. And look at the stop times. Sylvain got about a second, not quite a full second on him on that stop. So good job there. Let's get up with our leaders here now and see what kind of stops these guys are going to do. We're approaching the halfway mark. Sylvain's staying out. Now we know our buddy, Mr. Derek Bird, stays out longer than most people on his stints. Hey, Krister, how you doing? Watching from California.
We are at the halfway mark. Still a long way to go.
Watching, though. You're in California, but you're watching our boys. Notice only 4 drivers today. But, hey, that's what it is. We miss you. That would have been 5 drivers at least. You missed out on some good points opportunity here by with your vacation. Okay, we'll stay in with Murray here because given Derek's past of going long in his stints before pit stops, I have a feeling that Murray will be going in first. So we'll just follow Murray here. Let's see what kind of best camera angle we get for entering the pits. We'll just follow him along here for a while in that black Porsche. This TV1 cam on Barcelona is quite cool. It's got that fixed camera action so you can kind of see the speed that you get on these cars. Yes, everybody, welcome Krister to his retirement time. He's had a smile on his face, I think, for 3 or 4 weeks now that he's been retired. I'm on his Facebook page and I keep seeing pictures of him slurping drinks and sitting at pools and whatnot. Now I see he's in California. If you didn't notice, he was at a GT. And here we go. Here we go. Brian's in on that pits. Here's that. See that concrete wall there? Gotta be very careful you don't hit that. So there is Brian Murray's in, and the Bird isn't right behind him. There we go. Let's go on Helicam here. So Bird did not stay out longer this time. Maybe he's nervous about his tires, or whether he just wants to catch up, hoping for some mistake in the pit stop so that he can jump ahead of him right away and then start defending. Okay, let's go to gap. So yeah, Thomas has got an 8-second gap now behind Sylvain. So he lost some time on that pit exchange. So here we go. Let's see if Brian gets a good pit stop in here. He had a good, I believe 6 or 7 seconds in there before Brian. Didn't look like that far behind when he entered the pits though. Here he comes, coming out. And that pits, there you go, 66 seconds. It's actually the fastest pit stop so far. Let's jump on with Derek here. Derek had a 65.4 and 64.6, so he gained a second there. Nice job, Derek. Gained a little bit on him. Not enough. Everybody's 4 or 5 seconds apart there. Krister, I need you on the stream to help me out. Stretch out this. All I'm doing is talking here. Got no big battles going on. But as my wife says, you can never shut me up. So 5-second lead. Kind of what it's been throughout. What do I put on the tower here? It's a stop. So look at that. So some quite different. Look at the difference between Derek, who had the best pit stop. That's a stop link from the entry to the exit of the pit lane, I believe, is that time we have up there. So he can gain almost 4 seconds between Thomas and Derek. So I don't know what Thomas did there, but yeah, there is some time to be gained by practicing or getting great pit stops, as you can see. Well. So this race is going to be just a matter for everybody to just maintain their lapping. So Brian has got the best lap time. Let's go switch to Brian. He has got the fastest time still. And you know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to put the last lap, if I can do that. Let's see here. No, I can't see the last lap at the moment. Well, I guess last lap is actually shown on that screen above what you're seeing on the screen on next to the driver name. Maybe I'll put live lap. Where is that live lap? That's not probably not going to be very much. Current live lap. That's not. That's an interesting number up there. That must be the predicted lap. It's called the current live lap on the tower. That's interesting, Krister. I wonder if that's the predicted lap. That's pretty nice to see. That's something interesting. It's almost like best relative. Let me actually see if we have a best relative. There is a session best relative. I'll throw that one up there. Well, that's just current best relative. Yeah, so that current lap time, I think that is a predicted lap. I'll have to watch that. That's an interesting one to leave up there. All right, so we're on with Mr. Murray. There is Derek. There is Sylvain. Let's just watch Sylvain for a while and see if he's still playing drift car here. He's the one that's the most fun to watch right now. If this time is correct, the guy who's got the best lap right now, or Thomas has got a good lap going. 147.4. And yeah, let's watch that one, I think, for a while. Everybody's in the 147s right now. Let's see if anybody... Well, we'll watch... Murray's still got the fastest lap at 147.2. And he looks like he's lapping at the 147.2 mark. Isn't that nice? Hello, Andreas Peterson. Good to see you on the stream. I haven't seen you in a race lately. You should get back, join us. There's lots of room in the Porsche Cup series, that's for sure. If you want some fun action, this is the one to join. So 147.2 is what he's showing. Yeah, we're going to watch him when he goes over the line here and see if that's what we're seeing on the tower as his current lap's prediction. Coming over here in the last chicane in the second. So it's in the 137.3s. Here he comes. 137.37. And 137.5. I don't know if that's what that is. Oh, anyway, we'll leave it up there just for fun. Let's go back to Sylvain and see how he's doing with his... Nobody's really challenging anybody else here. It's just a matter of... I love that view. Look at that. I love that that view with that car, don't you? We'll put it on on Thomas here. Watch Thomas come through that right here. Right by. Isn't that cool? Yes, Andreas, what have you been up to? I don't think you're racing with us in GT3, are you? You must still have us on a Facebook, not a Facebook, but a YouTube announcement when we have our live races, so I guess. Yeah, so somebody next week on Monday who's in the sprint car, Krister will be out of town. Anybody who's in that sprint race, please send me a replay as soon as you can after the race. There is an eSeniors drop box. Somehow send it to me, and I will do a replay broadcast for you. There we go. Thomas, let's just give everybody, who haven't we watched in a while? We haven't really seen Derek too often. Let's just watch Derek. Change it to this camera. It's a little bit nicer. Derek just put in his fastest lap of the race. 1:42.4. Nice job, Derek. You're not. And Brian just put in his best lap of the race at 1:47.2. These boys are still hanging in there. They're not lollygagging at all. They're lapping, but they're lapping at fast pace. Glad to see that, because somebody could have a little bit of a wiggle and we'll get a closer race. Yeah, 2 best laps of the race. Sylvain was not far off. It was 1:47 his last lap. 1:47.8. His best one was 1:47.79. And Thomas didn't get his best lap that time. Good job, you guys. Sylvain's coming back a little bit in terms of closing that gap. He's down to 4 seconds. You can see him there. Let's just take a quick look. We haven't done too much cockpit in a while. This is what he sees. He sees Derek, so he can taste it. His last lap was pretty close to his best one, so he's not given up yet by a long shot. And Sylvain, I hope he... I don't think he's on voice channel. I told him last time I can do interviews with him in French, so he can definitely join us in the interview room. Yes, he's only 3 seconds behind. We've got 7 minutes left in the race, and I am sure, while we're watching him here, Sylvain is going to be pushing hard to try to catch up. So let's just keep watching that gap, 3.3 seconds. Trying to watch to see if that is a sector time number. Because on my screen I see gaps at 3.3. Why can't my tower is changing on its own here right now. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sylvain's pushing hard. That cost him a little. Cost him a little time there. But he's not going to make up that gap unless he pushes hard. That's for sure. Whoa, look at that. Just about lost it there. Didn't hurt him any. Actually gained a bit of time. Now he's back to 3.3 seconds. Just see if he catches up on the straight here, because I'm wondering if he's running. Why every lap that thing changes to position delta for some reason. Oh, I know. I'm on a tower cycle. I gotta turn that off. There we go. Sorry, I hit a button there. It changes that. Changes that stat. So 3.6 seconds now. He's been kind of running around running between 3.3 and 3.6 this whole time. 5 minutes left in the race. He's going to have to do something soon. Derek's not going to make any mistakes in lap mode. They're all in lap mode right now, hot lap mode. Except for Sylvain Dessart here. The Belgian bomber. And Derek Bird, the exciting Englishman. And up ahead, Brian Murray. What are we going to say about him? Mad Murray. Brian Mad Murray. Give everybody some nicknames here. What about Thomas? What do we say for Thomas? Terrible Thomas Rainier. How about that? I don't think there's much of a vote for driver of the day. Everybody's still in the same starting positions. Everybody's just been able to hang in there. Sylvain's the one that gave us some excitement. He gained some time there. I did watch to see if he made any time up on the straight here. Let's just see. Started about 3.0, 3.1. Not really making up any time here, so I don't know if he's running any less wing than Derek is. And Mr. Murray's just pulling away. 10 seconds now. He is still a good. He was 0.4 seconds better than Derek on his last lap. And let's just do a comparison between Derek and Sylvain here. Whoa, he slid around there, pushing hard. He has gained back a little bit of his time. He's 2.8 seconds now. So let's see, Derek's last lap was 147.8 and Sylvain's was 147.4. So he's definitely gained a little bit there. He's running out of time, however. But I'm sure Derek is watching his gaps stat on his screen. So he knows that Sylvain's gaining a little bit. But Derek is a smooth operator. He's not going to get too rattled by Sylvain gaining on him. He'll just let Sylvain try his hardest. I'm going to go to, he's sliding around there big time. Just going to watch Sylvain here on the TV cam to see how much he's sliding around these corners. Gained a good second in the last little while. There's a slid around that one. Gained a little bit of time in the chicane, 2.23 or 2.3. We might have an interesting finish here. Let's just get on with Derek and see if he's doing a little bit of sliding here now. Let's see around this corner. Smooth as silk. Hit that curb. Porsche takes that curb quite nicely. 2.3 seconds still. No sliding action there on Derek. Smooth as silk. Look at that. Now sliding on the exit throttle. A little bit of a slide there maybe, but great exit. No issues there. Just stay with Bird here while he's under pressure. Sylvain gained a little bit of time on him now, 2.1. 2 seconds flat. And Sylvain's working hard. Gaining a little bit, 1.8 now. We're going to get some action here at the end of the race in the last couple of minutes. We'll be getting the last lap announcement very soon. Let's just get with Sylvain now. There's a little slide. Is that going to cost him? Slide again. Big slide coming around there. He's sliding all over. Lost a little bit of that time, but he's pushing so hard. A little slide there. It's just the way he's driving.
Right, man. Leader is on the final lap.
All right, we're on the final lap here, guys. When they cross the finish line, this will be it. So Sylvain is going to push hard, hard, hard. Ooh, we went wide there. I don't think you get a track cut there. Don't think he's going to have enough time. We'll have to ask the two of them what it was like in those last few laps. We wish Sylvain would join us. I'll definitely ask Bird whether he's feeling the pressure a little bit. Let's get on in the cockpit with Sylvain. Let's just see how hard he's working. Down to 1.5 seconds. I think Derek is just trying to be safe. He's not taking any chances, and that's where the gains are coming. Sylvain's last lap was 148.2. That's not great. They're both 148. He was 148.3, Derek. So Derek is he's just playing it safe in these last couple of laps, trying not to make a mistake. Sylvain's making mistakes because he's pushing so hard. You can get a track cut there if you go wide. Wish we could tell if anybody has track cuts. Yeah, that cost Sylvain a little bit. I think he's just gonna play it safe these last couple of corners, or he should, because if he makes a huge mistake here, he will. Look at this. No, he's not playing safe at all. Wants to stay in line here just in case Derek makes a mistake in the last corner. So we missed Brian going over the finish line. There he is. The Helicam. Yeah, we missed his flash. There's Derek coming around the last corner. We'll get a flash from him possibly. No flash is there. And Sylvain, give us a wiggle. There he gave us a wiggle. And last but not least, here he comes around the last corner is Thomas. Way to go, Thomas. Hanging in there. Maybe we'll drag him into the stream here. I'm going to take a quick second. I'm not going to bother putting up a leaderboard there. So it's Murray, Bird, and Sylvain Dessau. That is our winners for the first race of the year for Porsche Cup action. Let me go into the intro screen here, and I'll go get our boys. And let's just, my music was in the background. I'm just going to turn that off. I'll pull these guys in. Hold on for 1 second. And Derek. We'll pull. Hello.
Hello.
Hi there. Well, Brian, great job. Great race. Huh? You just stayed out there in the front, didn't make any mistakes, just like hot lapping all week, right?
Yeah, that was my first race since Monday, I think. Yeah, Monday.
Yeah, was it? Oh, you didn't have much time to practice, you were saying earlier before the race. No?
Yeah, very busy at home. Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, that's pretty good for you to be able to stay out that far ahead of Mr. Bird there. That was a good 10 seconds lead on him. All the way through.
Yeah, half a second a lap, roughly. So yeah, pretty good.
Okay, and you kept your composure all the way through. And Derek.
Yeah, it didn't crash.
Didn't crash. Yeah, that's the main thing on Porsche Cup for all of us, right?
Any corner, any time.
You also, Derek, I'm just looking at the pit stops. I believe you had the best. Derek, you had the best pit stop time by like a second. Yeah.
Oh, that's unusual for me. It's usually my weakest link now.
No. You had the best pit stop by a whole second. Yeah, there was like a 4-second gap between yours and I think Thomas had the worst one. But yeah. So what was? How do you guys like this track with the Porsche Cup?
Yeah, I like it. I like any track with the Porsche Cup with me.
I was wondering what Sylvain was working so hard. Too bad we couldn't get him in. I can interview him in French, but he was sliding all over the place. I wondered whether he had a little bit less wing, but he wasn't catching up to you, Derek, on the straight. So I don't think he was. He was just working his ass off there. Just the way.
Yeah, last few laps he was catching me though. Last few laps.
Well, you also you played a little bit safe. I noticed your lap times were down a bit. But, so you had a good strategy there. All right.
Yeah.
How about tires? What were the tires like on this track? Short stints.
In the end, they weren't too bad after all. They lasted the whole stint, which wasn't so bad.
Yeah, it's only 20-minute stint. Should last that long, right?
Yeah. Well, I did 30-minute races during the week when I checked them. The one badly worn.
Was it? Oh.
No, it was okay. So
yeah, good.
That was a 50-minute race, so I knew it'd be okay.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
All right. Well, first race is in the bag here.
Yep. Thank you.
Good job. Good job.
Quiet one. Not many in for
no,
the race
that's right.
today.
No, I've been trying to drum up interest on the stream here. There's a couple of guys showed up, said, "Get your asses into the Porsche Cup."
Definitely. Yep.
All right, guys.
Yep. Okay, then. Thank you.
Okay, we'll see you next week.
Cheers.
Yep. Cheers.
Hold on. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.
All right, there it is. It's in the books. First race of the season for Porsche Cup Season 10. Bye-bye now from everybody. We'll see you all next week on the Porsche Cup. And see you tomorrow on the stream for the first GT race of the year. GT3 race of the year.